An unconventional but common practice on a Mayaguana airstrip claimed 3 lives today. The landing of an emergency flight went terribly wrong when the plane made contact with a vehicle, causing it to burst into flames, killing 3 relatives on the spot.
Now, a team from the Civil Aviation Department and police are on the island conducting investigations. Attorney Mavis Johnson Colley tonight has confirmed the names of those killed, including her mother-in-law, Edith Barnes Colley, along with her sister-in-law, Ina Mae Polowick, and husband, Tim Polowick, all of whom are family members of former Cabinet Minister Sidney Colley.
Well, tonight our Andrew Knowles, who was on the island today, tells us about the chain of events which led to the tragedy.
An emergency landing in Mayaguana turned tragic early this morning, leaving 3 people dead and an island in shock. We're told a 9-seater twin-engine Lee Air charter was en route to Mayaguana to collect a male patient around 1 a.m. Due to a non-illuminated airport runway, residents and volunteers used their vehicle lights to assist in the emergency landing. Island Administrator Charles Moss watched the whole ordeal unfold before his eyes.
Surreal. It was something out of a movie. You actually see, and it's just surreal. You know, it still affects me right now. And then when you see human bodies burning, it's yeah. But it appears that the plane would have hit one of the trucks on the landway that was providing light for the emergency plane landing. And after hitting the first truck, it then hit a second vehicle, and the second vehicle is where the plane, the wing of the plane exploded.
Moss says 2 females and a male were in the vehicle when it all happened.
2 efforts were impossible. As I said, once the wing of the plane hit the truck, it engulfed. There was really nothing that anybody could have done. Actually, the ironic thing is the only thing that survived was a Holy Bible. That was the only thing that survived out of that truck. This, God still has his eyes on us, and for that we are thankful.
Now, while no information has been officially released on the victims, our news team understands one of them to be an elderly lady believed to be the mother of a former cabinet minister. Now, police and members of the Air Accident Investigation and Prevention Unit of the Department of Civil Aviation flew into Mayaguana at 5 o'clock this morning to begin their investigations into the tragedy. But Moss lamented that it took 3 lives to highlight the need for runway lights.
It's sad that, this event has had to happen. That's going to cause persons to look at getting this runway repaired. As I say before, the loss of 1 life is far too many, and we had to lose 3 lives for this. This is ridiculous.
Transport and Aviation Minister Glenys Hannah Martin expressed condolences over the unfortunate incident.
What has happened in Mayaguana is extremely sad, and it highlights the importance of ensuring that people are able to, even in the darkness of night, to effect exit entry into these islands for life and death circumstances.
In fact, Hannah Martin says when she first served as minister, the former Christie administration illuminated 17 airport runways for emergency purposes. However, she says Mayaguana was not included due to a development agreement with the I Group. Part of the agreement was the rehabilitation of the runway and terminal development.
I am advised that lights were not installed, and so while I believe from what I've been told that there were some works that had been done there, they were not in the area of installing lights. It's now something that we will have to bring an immediate focus to, because as a matter of policy under the Christie administration, we knew that this sort of thing was happening in emergencies, medical emergencies or any kind of emergency. We made it a priority to give at least emergency lighting to all of the major airports. But this is what the situation was with Mayaguana.
Meantime, the minister assured that a full investigation will be carried out into the causes and circumstances surrounding this terrible event. Andrew Knowles, ZNS Network News.
Well, the government is conducting an investigation into the tragedy at the airport in Mayaguana, which claimed the lives of those 3 people.
Prime Minister Perry Christie says efforts will also be made to prevent similar accidents from happening in the future.
We have to have a very full investigation of what has happened, and 2, take whatever steps that are necessary to ensure that future incidents of that kind can be avoided.
Now, Mr. Christie noted that before his administration demanded office in 2007, the government had an agreement with the I Group to address the issue of lighting. However, he said the Ingram administration reviewed the agreement and changed it.
Work on the airport. I'm told by the minister that testing was being done on the airport as to whether or not the work was being done effectively for an airstrip, and there were questions coming out of that. And so to really answer your question, there is a compelling urgency for the government of the Bahamas to meet with the I Group, because the government of the Bahamas cannot allow a situation to exist, notwithstanding agreements, where an airport remains unlighted.